Previously on balls.
This is not the Maluti Fet football team. This is our hockey guys. They're on the ball.
Yes.
All right, guys, how's it going? Hey! What's happening there?
Greetings from Rio.
Yeah, how's it going in Rio there? You look like you're in a sauna.
Yeah, it feels like a sauna, I won't lie. It's going well, thank you.
Is it hot?
Just a little bit. It's a big contrast from Europe's -4 to Brazil's positive 35. But yeah, I'm not complaining. It's fantastic to see the sun again.
That's awesome, man. And you guys are actually in the sauna. You're in the change rooms there somewhere. It looks like a shower behind you.
We're actually sitting here downstairs in the lobby. It's quite noisy in here.
They have a shower in the lobby.
Yeah, well, Rassie, we've been teammates for a while, so it's a shower between teammates. You know?
Rhett Halkett, the captain. Good to see you, Rhett.
I haven't introduced you yet. I don't know. I bumped into Sonny Ball Williams.
I'm just going to say, Richard, you've got a bit of that resemblance going there.
You've got to hold on to the soap there.
All right. So, Rhett, you're still captain this week, eh?
Yeah, I'm still emails, so I should be all right.
That's cool.
All right. Well, listen, PGA clap for our hockey guys.
Yes, well done. You know,
Knocking over.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Knocking over this K-Not. Don't worry, listen, don't come in walking here bringing the coffee. They're going to sit there and thinking, oh, Kate makes the tea and coffee around here.
But I do.
Sends all the tweets out.
yes.
I stop eating my child's itsy bitsy bears as well. So now, just give us a little bit of background. Chile, where are they ranked? What does this win mean in the context of the competition or the tournament?
Well, this is the first World League. Well, this is all for World Cup qualifiers. So the first World League was played. So that was all your lower ranked teams in the world. And then I think the top two qualified for World League number 2. And this is where we start now. So all the other teams here, besides us and Argentina, is all qualified. I think they're all in the 20s and up. So you're looking at, I think, USA is around about 29. I think Chile is also around about there. And then you have Trinidad and Tobago, that's also here. They're also around about the 30s. And then you have Brazil, that's also, I think, 33. So it's all low-ranked teams, but besides us and Argentina. Then we have to end in the top 2 to make sure that we qualify to the World League number 3 for the next round.
All right, awesome stuff. So off to a good start. That's what you guys would have wanted. But I think, I mean, on this show over the last how many weeks that we've had PGA claps for our hockey guys and hockey ladies, whether it's been international performances with our South African teams or the way the South Africans performed over at the Indian Hockey League, the IHL as well. So times are good for you guys.
No, there definitely is a swing in South African hockey at the moment, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's magic having HIL winner Austin Smith arrived yesterday, and part-time model, full-time hockey player Lloyd Norris-Jones arrived as well. The group is complete, and that's fantastic to have everyone here. And it was really good momentum for us having them come in and playing the 2 practice games before tomorrow's first real test against Brazil.
Oh, there are a couple of male belters in that team, eh?
Oh, is it Simon?
Simon, what's this about?
Would you like to name them?
I mean, like, Dice is always going on about Austin.
Rassie.
I'm from Cape Town, so I can say this. Easy on the eye, and a nice guy as well.
Rhett.
I don't know if you guys want to...
I think it must have been confused with someone else.
Where's Carlos?
He's got a brother out there. He's concerning. He gets me into a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I must admit, when they were typing in the Skype address for us to phone, I thought, why are we phoning Carlos Alberto Pereira? Like, what the hell are we phoning him for? Don't tell me they made him coach again.
Charlie, hey.
Yeah,
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah. First of all, who blicksomed you there, Ed? What happened?
Well, I thought I'd just come down and have a Skype chat with my mate Rasta, and next thing you know, I've got a fork in my eye, so it was a bit strange. But no, it was actually yesterday in our practice game. I just caught a stick. I'm going to say accidentally, but you never know in hockey. So, but apparently it's good with the ladies. Rassie says I should be able to hopefully get a few Afrikaans girls on my side now.
Yeah, got a couple of stitches in there as well. All right, well, now who's next for you guys? What's next?
Tomorrow morning we start very early here. I think 9 o'clock we play Brazil, and that's when it all sort of starts and when the real deal begins, which is very exciting.
Okay, and what kind of crowds are we expecting at this? I mean, is there a lot of is there a lot of interest there?
Hundreds of thousands.
No, is there a lot of interest there? I mean, obviously,
pretty sure. With it, the Olympics being in Rio, hopefully it will. And I know that they've pumped a lot of money into hockey recently because of the whole Olympic Games. So hopefully there will be a few people down there. I mean, the pitch is a little bit out in the middle of nowhere, I won't lie. But hopefully we get some crowds, which will be fantastic.
Two rugby comparisons very quickly, Rhett and Rassie. One of those is, first of all, unlike our rugby team who had to put up their own goalposts in the USA all those years ago, you don't have to erect your own goals, so it's not like that bad, right?
Let's just say that a lot of stuff has happened over the last couple of days that's making it look a lot more like a hockey stadium than when we first arrived
Oh, really?
a week ago.
Gee,
A
okay.
bit more colourful.
Yeah.
And the second one is, when you get the stitches, do you take anesthetic or do you just take them without anything like the rugby boys, right?
Well, luckily our physio was on hand straight away, so she just gave me the good old classic alcohol treatment and put the steri strips on and told me to drink a cement milkshake and get back on the field.
There we go. Hockey guys, as tough as rugby players, in case you were wondering. Yeah. That's awesome, man. Talking about pumping money into it, I mean, what is the good performances and a lot more interest, I think, getting exposure with our hockey as well. Newspapers over here. Obviously, I think playing in the IHL also doesn't not only sort of helps you guys mix it more with the rest of the international community as well, but getting exposure here as well. Are we seeing a lot of response from a sponsor's point of view and with money coming into hockey for you guys? Because that's the key. I mean, the further you guys want to go with the talent we got, the more money you guys are going to need.
Yeah, it's been a bit disappointing. I think after we qualified for Olympics, there was a lot of interest that showed, and then after Olympics, it's actually quieted down a little bit. So we were in a little bit of trouble for coming to Rio now. They were looking for players to fork into their own pockets to come to Brazil for this World League qualifier. So it has been a bit tough. Eventually the management team behind the scenes has got something right. I don't know, it was Friends of Hockey that is actually funding this tour. So at the moment it's a little bit tough. So we're a little bit disappointed with all the good results and effort that's gone in. That we haven't really signed a big sponsor. At the moment we just got Mr. Price Sport, that's basically our kit sponsor. And a couple of small ones. But we haven't signed a real title sponsor to, obviously to run a whole program. But still, I don't know where the money is coming from. But guys, the management is getting it right behind the scenes. At the moment, we're sitting with 4 coaches. We're sitting with the top management staff. We had a good camp in Cape Town where we had 10 trainers from all over the country and 1 Dutch trainer. So the preparation has gone really well. We can't complain about that. We're staying in a top hotel, so we can't complain about that. But it will be good to run our program 100%, to have a good title sponsor.
Well, I think it says a hell of a lot that you still struggle with that financial backup, and you don't know from one tournament or thing that you have to do to the next whether there's going to be the money or whether you have to fork out of your own pocket. Sorry, that's my lightie that's crawling around the floor in case you're wondering who the hell else is on this team. It speaks volumes for you guys as well, but then again, on the other side of the coin, I still can't understand it. I cannot understand why. And you can, I suppose, people look at it financially and go, "Well, listen, at the moment times are tough." But there's a lot of money going into other things where I really think that you guys and our ladies as well are on the verge of actually really breaking into the sort of the high echelons of the top tier very soon, if you get that financial support. We spoke to the rowers and just recently, I think towards the end of last year. And the kind of money, what was the money they were saying again, Simon, when we spoke to Lawrence and Lovu?
It's like 5 million?
5 million a year they need for the
Something
next
like
5
that.
years. So, I mean, for the rowers alone, for them to be able to achieve it, 25 million. Now, are you guys talking that kind of money, or can you give us a ballpark on what you would need to basically cover you guys over a year? Just a ballpark figure. Rhett, Rassie?
To be honest, I have no clue ballpark-wise. Rusta's the businessman. He'd probably have a better idea.
Well, 25 million will be nice, but
It'd be a good start, I'd say.
I can imagine.
But I'm sure if we get between 5 and 10 million rand, we can run a proper program.
Is that over a year or over
league in
5
Africa.
years?
No, well, I'm talking per year.
Yeah.
Because the big thing is not just getting this team going and getting the SA ladies team going. It's actually getting a good league going and getting players not to retire early, because that's the biggest problem. I think provincial players are retiring at the age of 23, 24. And we need those guys to keep on playing to make sure that we have depth in SA hockey and more experience coming through.
Yeah.
I think that's the wonderful thing as well about the exposure you were talking about with guys playing in Europe and Belgium and the UK and in Holland, and getting those players playing against the best in the world is only increasing our sort of pool of talent and the experience we get by by playing in those leagues because we don't play internationals as often as everyone else.
Yeah.
And we don't get to play internationals at home as often, which I think also, unfortunately, works against us in terms of exposure and in trying to attract sponsors.
Yeah.
So as soon as we can get more sort of tests in our own backyard, it'll help us a lot more to display our talent and actually show people that we are on the cusp, like you were saying, of doing something special and maybe breaking into the top 10.
Top
and
10,
that's
yeah.
ideally where we want to be going.
Yeah. And the other thing, I think hockey had done a hell of a good job over the years. I mean, I remember back in the time, the excuse always with television and stuff was, well, hockey's not a great TV sport. And with all due respect, on a normal, and probably where you guys are playing right now, that's like harks back to the 80s and stuff, where hockey was, every now and again they tried on TV and then they'd leave it alone again because it wasn't a great TV sport. It's not one of those natural TV sports. It's bizarre. It's a great game. And yet snooker, they love snooker because it's a great TV sport. It's crazy. But yet hockey has now changed itself. I mean, you've got the AstroTurf. It's just the whole spectacle of the game and the way that the game's evolved has become a really entertaining sport to watch on television. And I think television's taken more to it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also the rule changes have made it a lot more exciting and spectator friendly because there's a lot more happening. Back in the day, I think, like when my dad was in his prime, there was still offsides and playing on gravel, and it was a lot less sort of entertaining, so to say.
Yeah, it's very stop-start, yeah.
Self-pass, and it's so much quicker, and there's something happening all the time, and I think that's really helped our cause in terms of getting it onto television and getting people to get it on television.
Definitely, there's definitely more goals as well. If you look at the scores in the early 90s, you always see the scores 1-0 or 1-1, and now the latest scores are 5-4, 3-2, and even up to 5-6. So you see some big scores, and I think that's what makes it exciting. So you see more goals and more action.
So, I mean, it is a good television product as well, where people can put their brand behind it. So, hopefully that's going to come, and we really hope it does, because as I say, I think that's just a little bit of push you need to get that out of the back of your mind, that you guys know you're covered for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, you can go and do your job, and you've got all the necessary facilities at your disposal to be able to get into that top tier, because I've no doubt our talent is there. And also that local league, I think, will be very, very well followed and well watched. So I hope it happens, guys. But in the meantime, we love staying in touch with you. Thanks a lot for keeping in touch with us. Were you actually following the bail hearing? Kate was telling us on our Twitter feed.
Miguel was.
Oh, Miguel, okay.
With Oscar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were. It was quite weird being out of the country and staying in touch and hearing all the feedback from SA. It's a bit mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's a surreal scenario. Guys, all the best for the rest of the World League stuff. And we'll stay in touch with you. So just let us know, let Johnny know when you guys are keen to chat again.
Thanks very much,
and we
guys.
always look forward to Skyping
the
you.
next interview won't be in a shower. It'll be a little less awkward.
And regards to Charlie too. Thanks, Sam.
Cool, guys.
Definitely, will do.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys. All the best. We'll chat to you soon.
Guys.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
There we go. The skipper and the goalie joining us on Balls Visual Radio this afternoon on Skype. Hell of a nice guys.
Very cool.
And really, they
Very unassuming.
Our hockey in both men and ladies is heading in the right direction.
Yeah. They just need the sponsors, man. Yeah.
So come on, somebody, get behind them.
This is
Balls Visual Radio. Darren, Simon, Kate and John. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Balls.co.za